All right, good day, everybody, and welcome to Headline Hits with LW. It is Thursday, October the 6th, 2021. Here we go. Things in the news, things that'll make you scratch your head, things that'll make you pull your hair out. And in my case, I don't have much hair to pull out. So let's check this out. Okay, this stuff's been going on, folks, and I just want to highlight it. I just want to spotlight it. When you talk about propaganda, when you talk about the left, you talk about the things that they're doing to influence certain things that happen in that first week in November. Here you go. This is the things that are out there. So LinkedIn billionaire Reid Hoffman's dark money behind Cladstein. Good Information Foundation is the name of it, and the group associated with the e-meddling. What's that talking about? Well, 2 weeks ago, attorney and legal commentator Preston Moore posted a video saying that he was offered but did not accept hundreds of dollars from a group to attack Donald Trump and Trump Republicans. The group that solicited Moore is called the Good Information Foundation. So what this is about is they come in and they say that they're there to help combat misinformation across the internet, but yet they want this person right here to do a video and go out on his social platforms, his radio shows and other things, and basically tell his audience that Trump and Trump supporters are bad people and that they're a threat to democracy. And in doing this, they're igniting their base and they're stirring things up. And this person right here, Moore, is a whistleblower to all that. They wanted me to use fear to manipulate people into voting blue. So there you have it. And there are groups out there, many of them doing it. And I'm just throwing that out there and highlighting it to you guys because we got to call all of this stuff out. Let's talk about the next thing that happens to do with the first week of November. So the CEO and election software company sent American poll workers' data to China. Now, some people in my circle think that this really is not going to amount to much. It's a nothing burger. My opinion is this. I get frustrated because we show all this proof and we show the things that are happening, but yet our government, our military, our law enforcement don't seem to do any arrest. And it doesn't seem like it really goes anywhere. But this article right here states that people are being arrested. So just one day after the New York Times attempted to downplay, and that's what they do, they put their spin on it. Nothing going on here, folks. Keep moving along. Downplayed suspicions around the big E word software company that the company CEO has been taking into custody under suspicion of sending data on American poll workers to communist China. Now, this is my point. Executive order. I had this conversation this morning with John Estabrooks. Executive order 13848 that came out of the Trump administration, where it says any interference, whether it's domestic or foreign. What's going on with Executive Order 13848? That's my question on this article. Is now we're seeing the proof over and over again. Hunter Biden's laptop from hell. We're seeing all this stuff come out. Even lamestream media drops a little bit of it here and there. When is somebody going to step up and do something about it? Next headline. Let's hit this one right here. So this was a huge, monstrous interview that Tucker Carlson did on Tuesday evening about Bobulinski, right? I would have verified Hunter's laptop story within 5 minutes of anyone from Facebook, Twitter would have reached out to me. During the interview that was aired Tuesday's broadcast on Fox News Channel, Tucker Carlson Tonight, former Hunter Biden's business associate Tony Bobulinski, and I'm not going to read the whole article. If you guys want to catch it, obviously you can catch it in Breitbart. What I'm going to tell you here is in these two articles, this one here, which I strongly suggest everybody watch the movie My Son Hunter. And this article right here is the fact that when he put this information out in October of 2020, the FBI took him in, asked him to come in to the FBI office, and spent 5 hours with him telling his story and putting out the evidence of what he was associated with, which was Hunter Biden and the entire Biden family. Now, he makes claim that in this there you go. They don't like what we're saying. They couldn't believe what they were hearing. And they said that they would do a follow-up story with him, a follow-up interview. Never happened. None of this ever got out. In these two articles, he's also talking about when this hit mainstream media, lamestream media, that they had the opportunity to call and verify him through his lawyers or email him. And he said within 5 minutes that he could have sent them email proof that the laptop from hell was 100% legit. The story was legit, but the FBI and lamestream media purposely suppressed this information in October of 2020. Why is that? Because they knew that this information getting out would have made a difference in the first week of November of 2020. We all know that. And now it's a bombshell. It's coming out. So let's hit the next headline. I don't know. Maybe I already looked at this. Okay, gas prices. Yes. Listen, folks, buckle up because here it comes. LA gas prices hit record high at $6.49. And I just reported on this earlier this week. They broke that record. The record was set in June of this year. Now they just surpassed it. And OPEC's move suggests worse ahead. We're going to talk about OPEC here in just a minute. I know it's been in the news. And the White House, they are in panic mode right now. The average price for a gallon of gas hit a new record high on Wednesday in Los Angeles, California, reaching $6.49 a gallon. Prices across the state reached $6.42 per gallon on average, approaching record levels last seen in June when the statewide average hit $6.43 a gallon. So OPEC's move, and we're going to read about that right now, to ramp down production. And the reason why they're doing that has to do with ties to China as well. But we're going to catch that at the very end of the broadcast. So stick with me. Now, here's something that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. New York, the city of New York, the state of New York, voter rolls include 3.1 million registrants without records providing their identity. What is this all about? Well, you can catch this article in Breitbart. Ahead of this year's midterm elections, voter rolls in New York included about 3.1 million registrants without records that prove their identity. A new analysis reveals. The Public Interest Legal Foundation, the FILF, reviewed New York State's voter rolls to find millions are registered despite not having, now listen to this, not having social security numbers and not having driver's license numbers attached that would prove each registrant's identities. There you have it. Putting it right there in front of you. All right, next headline. OPEC considers 1 million barrel per day production cut. Now, I know this has been out in the news for a day or two, but this is really sending the White House into a tailspin. Oil prices rose by almost $4 a barrel on Monday with the news that OPEC, the expanding organization of petroleum exporting countries that includes Russia, could announce its largest production cut in years during its meeting this week. So OPEC has decided, and this ties to China. I'm going to show you how it ties to China, that they're going to cut back production. What does that do? Well, the Biden administration took America from energy independence to energy dependent. Remember, day one, week one, they canceled the Keystone Pipeline. They pulled permits, drilling on public lands. They have really just catastrophically killed oil independence here in America and made us oil dependent. We're now buying oil from Russia. We're buying oil from Venezuela and other countries all around the world instead of drilling and producing our own petroleum right here in America. And so this puts America in a huge, huge bind, because now that we're reliant on Saudi Arabia and all these other oil companies out there, like we were before the Trump administration, it puts them in total control of America. So check this out. The Biden administration is in panic and making furious last-ditch efforts to convince OPEC from cutting production. So they are going into a meeting, I believe it is today, on Tuesday, broadcast on CNN's The Lead. CNN senior national security contributor, correspondent Alex Marquette reported that the White House is in panic over the prompt that the OPEC will cut oil production, and it's engaging in a furious last-ditch wide-scale effort to lobby against the production cut. So, you know, dumpster fire, absolute failure again. These guys and their failed policies are getting, frankly, disturbing. So remember Trump when he was running in 2015, when he said, you're going to win with me so much that you're going to get tired of winning? You know what? I'd have to say that's the one thing that Trump said that did not ring true for me personally. I personally, LW, did not get tired of winning. I loved winning all the time. Win, win, win. Bring it back, right? I'm getting tired of losing all the time. I'm tired of the prices at the gas pump. I'm tired of paying more for groceries. We're losing with the Biden administration. And it's right here in black and white. It's proven to you each and every day right here at LWN. Joe Biden complains that OPEC oil cuts are short-sighted. And now, listen to this. He is releasing more strategic oil reserves. That's the SPR. Is that what the initials are? I can't read it. It's so low. But the White House on Wednesday expressed its frustrations that OPEC had decided to cut production and announced additional releases of America's oil reserves in attempt to keep the prices low. So what's this about? The oil reserves, we're now at an all-time low for our reserves. We have not been this low since 1984, I think it was. So don't forget, this current administration also has been selling oil reserves to Romania and to China. He's been selling our oil reserves, and now our oil reserves are at an all-time low. So if anything happens, well, like a natural disaster that just occurred in the great state of Florida, it's hard for us to send them fuel that we don't have because we don't have it in our reserves. If there was a war to break out, which it seems like that's looming right now, those oil reserves are used for war times. I mean, it's used for all kinds of things. Why is he releasing more reserves? To keep gas prices down? It's because November's right around the corner, and they are going to have to answer for their failed policies, and he knows for a fact that it's going to hurt the Democrat Party when it comes to November, and gas prices are soaring and they're breaking records yet again. There isn't going to be a Democrat out there that's going to be able to be legally elected and not illegally selected. So that's all we have for today, folks. I'm going to be back later tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the big show. Sorry for the inconvenience last night. The internet was so horrible. I couldn't even get on the software, to be honest with you. So I just went ahead and canceled last night, but I'm prepped and ready to go for today. So we'll see what today brings. I should have a great show for you guys tonight. So spread the word. Thanks for sharing everything out. God bless. We'll catch you on the next one.